The Enchanted Forest of Eldoria. Deep in the heart of Eldoria, where trees whispered secrets and flowers glowed with enchantment, lived Liora, a young ranger with a bond to the forest that was unmatched. One morning, Liora sensed a disturbance. The vibrant colors of the forest dimmed, and the once cheerful whispers of the trees turned to murmurs of fear and warning. Determined to find the source of the darkness, Liora gathered her belongings and set out towards the heart of the forest, guided by the ancient paths only she could see. As she journeyed deeper, she encountered Felix, a reformed thief. His quick hands and charming smile were well known, though he sought a fresh start. "I see the forest has chosen you too," Felix said, offering a sly grin. "I could use a partner on this journey. What do you say?" Liora hesitated but sensed sincerity in Felix's eyes. She agreed, and together they continued, each step drawing them closer to the unknown threat. Their path led them to Eldrin, a scholarly elf poring over ancient texts in a secluded grove. His knowledge of magic and lore was unparalleled. "The forest speaks of a great evil stirring," Eldrin said, looking up from his book. "I have been studying its signs. May I join your quest?" With Eldrin's wisdom added to their group, the trio pressed on, the forest guiding their way with subtle hints and glowing trails. As they ventured further, they stumbled upon Brutus, a bumbling yet kind-hearted giant, gently cradling an injured bird in his massive hands. "I felt the forest's pain," Brutus rumbled. "I wish to help. My strength might be useful, though I'm not very clever." Liora welcomed Brutus, recognizing the giant's heart of gold. With their party complete, they delved into the depths of Eldoria, where the forest's magic grew stronger. The deeper they went, the darker the forest became. Shadows danced menacingly, and the once friendly creatures now hid, eyes glowing with fear. "Something ancient and powerful is causing this," Eldrin whispered, examining a corrupted tree. "We must find it before it's too late." As night fell, they made camp under the protection of a massive oak tree. Liora stood watch, feeling the forest's distress tugging at her heart. In the middle of the night, the ground beneath them trembled. A fissure opened, releasing a pulse of dark magic that sent chills down their spines. "This is it," Liora said, determination burning in her eyes. "We need to go underground and find the source of this corruption." With Eldrin's guidance, they found an ancient, hidden entrance to the forest's underground. The air grew cold as they descended into the unknown. The underground passages were labyrinthine, filled with ancient runes and glowing fungi. Every step echoed with the history of Eldoria. Felix's nimble fingers discovered traps laid centuries ago, disarming them with ease. "Someone didn't want this place found," he remarked. Eldrin translated the runes, revealing clues about the artifact they sought. "It's called the Heart of Darkness," he said. "It must be destroyed." Brutus's strength cleared blocked passages, revealing hidden chambers and long-forgotten secrets of the forest's ancient protectors. As they ventured deeper, they faced trials testing their resolve. Illusions played tricks on their minds, and whispers lured them towards danger. Liora's connection to the forest guided them through. She could hear its faint, desperate plea for help, steering them away from false paths. In one chamber, they found a relic emitting dark energy. Eldrin identified it as a key, necessary to unlock the Heart of Darkness. Felix used his thievery skills to retrieve the key without triggering its defenses, his hands steady and precise. "Got it," he whispered triumphantly. With the key in hand, they continued, feeling the air grow heavier with each step. The forest's magic seemed to weaken the closer they got. Finally, they reached a vast cavern. In its center stood the Heart of Darkness, pulsating with malevolent energy, corrupting everything around it. "We must be careful," Eldrin warned. "Destroying it will be dangerous. We need to work together to contain its power. Liora, Felix, Eldrin, and Brutus prepared themselves. Liora called upon the forest's remaining magic, weaving it into a protective barrier. Eldrin began a complex spell, his voice echoing through the cavern. Felix and Brutus stood guard, ready to defend against any threats. As Eldrin's spell neared completion, the heart of darkness pulsed violently, attempting to break free from their control. Brutus's immense strength held the artifact in place while Felix used his agility to deflect the dark energy trying to escape. With a final, powerful incantation, Eldrin shattered the heart of darkness. A blinding light filled the cavern, followed by a shockwave of pure magic. The forest above responded, its magic flowing back through the roots and into every tree and creature, restoring its vibrant life. The darkness lifted, and the creatures of Eldoria emerged from their hiding places, their eyes filled with gratitude and relief. Liora felt the forest's joy and breathed a sigh of relief. "We did it," she said, tears of happiness streaming down her face. Eldrin looked around, amazed at the forest's rapid recovery. "The bond you have with Eldoria is incredible, Liora," he said, smiling. Felix grinned, feeling a sense of redemption. "Looks like this thief finally did something right," he joked, though his pride was evident. Brutus beamed, his gentle nature shining through. "We made a good team," he said. "I'm glad I could help." As they emerged from the underground, they were greeted by the forest's inhabitants, who cheered and celebrated their hero's return. Word of their deeds spread quickly, and soon, all of Eldoria knew of the brave band that had saved their home from certain doom. A grand feast was held in their honor, with food and music filling the air. Liora, Felix, Eldrin, and Brutus were hailed as saviors. Liora spoke to the gathered crowd, her heart swelling with pride. "This victory belongs to all of us. Eldoria is safe because we stood together." Felix was approached by a young squirrel, who shyly thanked him for his bravery. "You're my hero," the squirrel said, making Felix blush. Eldrin was surrounded by eager learners, all wanting to hear about the ancient lore he had discovered. He gladly shared his knowledge. Brutus was given a crown of flowers by the forest children, who admired his strength and kindness. He wore it proudly, his heart full. As night fell, the forest glowed with renewed magic. Liora looked around at her friends and the joyous creatures of Eldoria. "This forest will always need protectors," Liora said. "But for now, we can rest knowing we've done our part." Felix nodded. "And maybe, just maybe, I found a new path for myself," he said, his voice filled with hope. Eldrin added, "There is much more to learn and many more secrets to uncover. Our adventure is just beginning." Brutus chuckled. "As long as we're together, I'm ready for anything," he said, his eyes twinkling with warmth. Liora's heart was full as she watched the forest come alive once more. She knew this was only the beginning of many more adventures to come. With their bond stronger than ever, the four friends promised to protect Eldoria and each other, no matter what challenges lay ahead. The Enchanted Forest of Eldoria thrived under their watchful eyes, its magic and beauty restored for all to enjoy and cherish. And so, the tale of Liora, Felix, Eldrin, and Brutus became legend, inspiring all who heard it to believe in the power of unity and courage. Eldoria's vibrant magic continued to grow, a testament to the bravery and friendship of its protectors. The forest was at peace once more. Liora looked up at the stars, feeling the forest's gratitude. She knew that as long as there were heroes willing to stand together, Eldoria would forever be safe. And thus, in the Enchanted Forest of Eldoria, where every tree and creature held a story, a new chapter began, filled with hope, magic, and endless possibilities.